What's up, everybody? It is Mark. It has been several weeks since I posted a video. Today I'm going to explain why. Essentially, we packed up all of our stuff in a U-Haul trailer in my truck, and we started driving to Denver, Colorado, where my parents live, and that's currently where I'm at now. Uh, my truck developed a misfire, so we had to stop at a shop. We got the plugs and wires changed. It fixed the problem, or so we thought. Uh, so this is pretty much the story of how a cross-country drive goes wrong. uh, Basically, it fixed the problem for a little bit. We got into Kentucky, and it started misfiring again. We went to another shop. They did more tests, more diagnostics. Figured out that cylinder 7 was not holding compression, which means there is an internal problem in the motor. So now my truck needs a new motor. So we were kind of stranded in Kentucky for a couple of days. My dad ended up having to drive 16 hours from one way from Denver, Colorado to Lexington, Kentucky, where we were. He picked up our trailer. I left my truck there for a couple of days, and we had it shipped to my parents' house where I'm at now. It was a very, very stressful time. It took us about 4 days to get to Denver, whereas typically it would take 2 to 3 days, depending on how long you drove each day. Um, Very, very stressful situation. Lots of money wasted, or not really wasted, but we had to pay 2 mechanic shops to look at the truck, and then pay to get the truck shipped to my parents' house, which was over $1,000. Um, we finally made it. Super grateful for my dad because he was able to drive 32 hours over the course of a weekend just to get us up here. Um, so super grateful for that. Very happy to be in Colorado. I have started my new job working at my mom's liquor store, and figured out that I have a fuck ton to learn about wine. I knew there was going to be a lot involved with learning about wine. I just didn't realize exactly how much. There is a ridiculous amount of different wines, different grapes, different blends, different tastes, like just a ton of shit that I need to learn. I'm super excited to learn that stuff, but it is a bit daunting, the amount of stuff that I'm going to have to learn. Um, I've been doing some digital marketing videos for her store to try and get more customers in there. It's been working well so far, but it's the beginning of the journey, so we have to be patient. Success does not happen overnight. It requires lots of effort and consistency and just trying new things. So I've been doing a lot of that, and just trying to learn where everything is in her store. Even though it's a fairly small store, she has packed a ton of alcohol in there, all different brands, all different kinds of wine, spirits, craft beer, bunch of stuff. I've been trying a ton of wine, and I found out that I actually like wine, which was a surprise to me since typically I am a beer drinker. So I've definitely been trying a lot of wine and learning a ton so far in my first week at her store. The weather here is fucking awesome. It is way better than Wilmington. There's almost no humidity any of the time. And that's another thing that I didn't realize I would need to do, is use body lotion all the time, because it is so dry out here. Your skin will actually dry out so much that it will start to crack and peel. So I've had to put on body lotion, which I fucking cannot stand because it's all oily and greasy on my hands. But I'll deal with it. um, yeah, it took us about 4 days to get here. We've been here for about a week and a half now. So actually almost a week. But it has been stressful, to say the least. I have not found out my correct routines that I had when I was living in North Carolina. I had, a set morning routine, night routine, all of that. But since I'm living back with my parents and two of my siblings and my girlfriend, it's been a bit hectic having all these people in the house again, where normally it was just me, my girlfriend, and my brother. So I'm trying to work through that. It's been fantastic being back with my family, just to add that in there. I'm not complaining at all. It is just um, not been conducive to me making these videos and, being creative. Um, I've been a bit stressed out for sure, because of the amount of stuff that I need to learn in my mom's store. That mixed with me having to save money to get a motor and then put the motor into my truck so that I don't have to carpool with someone every time I want to go somewhere. Um, so I want to talk about a couple of things real quick. Um, when you're preparing to move, whether it's across the state or across the country, you should over prepare for any circumstances. Because we ended up spending a lot of money um, to get my truck shipped to Colorado, and we stayed at more hotels than we typically would have because my truck was messed up. Um, we had to go out and buy cat food for the cat because we ran out of it, and we had to buy litter and a litter box so that he didn't shit on hotel floors. So you really should over prepare. I was not prepared at all for my truck to take a shit on me in the middle of a cross country drive, but it happened. So my advice to you is over prepare whenever you're making a huge transition, whether that be a moving transition, a job transition, whatever it may be. Over prepare for that shit because you never know what's gonna happen, and if you're over prepared, it it should reduce the amount of stress that you're feeling from whatever shitty situation that you've encountered. Um, that and never always be grateful for what you have, and the people that you have around you, because my dad did not need to drive 16 hours one way to pick us up in Lexington, Kentucky. He could have just said, well, you're an adult, figure it out. Luckily, my dad isn't a douchebag, or at least that big of one, and I hope he watches this. But definitely, be grateful for everything and every person that you have in your life. You never know when you're gonna need them, especially in a situation like this where you're literally stuck in a city, in a state that you know nobody in, and you don't have a ton of money to spend to get all of your shit fixed, or time for that matter, because we had to have the U-Haul trailer back by a certain day or they were going to charge us extra money. So definitely be grateful for everything and every person that you have in your life. Over prepare for whatever transition thing you're doing, whether it's moving, changing jobs, whatever it may be. Um, and then I also want to talk about my videos. I am no longer going to be able to do daily videos. Uh, when I was in North Carolina, my job was a mile away from my house, so I had a lot of extra time in the morning to do my videos. Now my mom's store is an hour away, so I literally have no time. I still wake up early as hell, but we have to leave an hour before we're supposed to be there to get there on time. So it's just going to be too much for me to continue doing daily videos. Uh, I want to do weekly videos. I just need to get a routine going, so that I can, safely say that you guys will see videos every week. It may be 2 weeks starting out. It may be longer than that. I'm not entirely sure. But I'm just being honest with you guys, because this is a major transition in my life. Not just moving, across the country, but just trying my hand at running my own business, or my mother's business rather. So I have a lot of work ahead of me. I'm going to do my best to document as much as I possibly can, and I appreciate everyone watching and following my journey. I know sometimes it's not super exciting. I'm definitely going to work on that in the future. Probably do some video editing that I have not done in the past. But I'm excited to share this journey with you guys, and share some helpful advice from the things that I'm going through currently. So I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate feedback on my videos too. If you guys have some time, share my videos, comment on them, like them, whatever. You know, get the word out there that, you know, I'm doing these videos, and, you know, follow my journey. I appreciate everyone watching for the third time, because I am super, super grateful for everyone who watches my videos. And I'll see you guys next time.